So if anyone got me like a Niffler pop toy or soft toy or something like that, you'll probably be like my new best friend. Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald, which is the second film in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. It's written by J.K. Rowling, who invented the Harry Potter universe, and it's directed by David Yates, which is his sixth film in the franchise now. At this point, they really need to find another director because I'm just getting a bit tired of David Yates' directing, really. But anyway, I'm not one of those really hardcore Harry Potter fanboys, really. I mean, I don't know every single aspect in the franchise. I haven't read the books, however, I really enjoy the films. I enjoy most of them. Some of them I really love, like Chamber of Secrets and The Half-Blood Prince. A couple of years ago, I did do a rankings video based on the Harry Potter films, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll put a link down below. But the first Fantastic Beasts, which was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, I really liked that film. I mean, it did a great job of establishing its characters, its world building, differentiates itself from the Harry Potter movies. I gave it like a 7.5 out of 10, I think I still stand by that. The main things that really drag it down was that main plot about Grindelwald and the plot twists. So I was hoping this one was going to be a little bit better because I think this franchise has potential to be amazing. The Crimes of Grindelwald involves Newt Scamander and Albus Dumbledore and other bunch of characters that attempt to take down the Dark Wizard Grindelwald, and whilst there's other threats involved with the divided wizarding world. So Crimes of Grindelwald at the moment is about under 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. However, I do hear some fans and critics really like this movie, and I've got to say I enjoyed myself with Crimes of Grindelwald. It's not as good as like the first movie, but still it had some improvements. Now the most obvious thing that Crimes of Grindelwald does is set up, and that's pretty much it. Compared to the first movie, which was very self-contained, this one really sets up the characters, the main storyline, the villains, the new characters, and also ties into stuff into the Harry Potter films. In some ways it can get really anticlimactic, but I think it was actually a pretty good setup for the sequels. I really hate films that kind of set up sequels, but with this, it got me interested in the franchise. The way this movie differentiates itself from the first movie, that it's a little bit more darker. I mean, compared to the first movie when it was all about finding these magical creatures, it's kind of like we don't get magical creatures much in this film. Instead, we get children murdered. They're really trying to make Grindelwald the next best thing to Voldemort. All things considered, just like the first movie, it still has that charming feel to it, and the characters like Newt Scamander, played by Eddie Raymond, is enjoyable to watch. And I also like the new additions like Albus Dumbledore, played by Jude Law, and Johnny Depp as Grindelwald surprised me the most. Of course, some of the reasons that really drag this film down for me is that some of the editing is really bad. I mean, in particular scenes, characters just pop out of nowhere, and I'm like saying to myself, where did they come from? And there's some plot holes. The most obvious one is that when the Dark Arts asks Dumbledore, can you please take down Grindelwald for us, because they're kind of like evenly matched, but Dumbledore tells them that they can't fight because they're best friends. Well, the true reason is that they made an oath and there's this certain item that secures that oath, so they can't actually fight. But why doesn't Dumbledore tell them that? Otherwise they could just take the item straight away and try and find a way to destroy it. Then Dumbledore can fight head on with Grindelwald, but they don't go for that option, really. Yeah, it's just, sometimes this film can get quite messy. So overall, Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald has its flaws, of course, but still I enjoyed it for what it is, and it did its job. It set up the story arc nicely, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I really don't know why people are bitching about this film. It's not really bad, and I know a lot of people are complaining about the main plot twist at the end. You can't argue about that because J.K. Rowling wrote this. What I would particularly hope to happen in the next film is that David Yates steps down from directing, because he's been directing the franchise since Order of the Phoenix, and get Alfonso Cuarón to direct this, who directed arguably the best Harry Potter film, Prisoner of Azkaban, because I think it needs a new take, a new style to it. I'm just getting really tired of David Yates. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Go like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, what did you think of this film, and where would you rank it with the other Harry Potter films? Go check out my Facebook, my Twitter and my Instagram page. You guys are awesome. I got your back.